Good Sunday, everyone. I just want to talk about my watch list coming into November 3rd. I think you guys are going to really like this watch list I have. This is very exciting. So instead of just making like individual videos for each one, I'm just going to go over it all real fast so you can keep all these on your watch list. First stock that I want to talk about is HKD. All right, so as everyone knows my system, no one should be surprised why this thing has taken a monster dump. This is why it's so crucial to use the band strategy, because we know that this is not a buy zone. Anything up in here is strictly do not buy and you wait for pullbacks. If I look at this smaller time frame here, or on the smaller time frames, I can clearly see on the 30-minute, we're right here on that EMA 50, and on the 1 hour, we have an EMA 200 at the bottom. This looks very good for a move down for continuation up here on this monster dip here. I have no doubt about there's going to be a lot of buyers coming in. There was 325 million volume. I like this entry right here. If you look at the 30-minute time frame, right on that 15-minute there, or EMA 50 there, and you can see right there. So just use lower time frames if you want to get in on the dip. My best EMAs are going to be the EMA 50 and the EMA 200, and you can look at the higher time frames like the 15, 30, and 1 hour, and you can see, okay, where's everything at? 30-minute and 15 minutes, very good. This should get a nice continuation up. I mean, look at this monster rally up, and you had this little bounce here on the 20. You could have made pretty decent money here. If you want to play it, that was a nice 20%. Go break even after you make money. And then it wanted to go to the next one, and it's just kind of consolidating on this one. So I like it. The EMA 200's down here. It looks like it's going to make a big move up, in my opinion. Another big mover that we want to watch is EPWK. Now, this one has made a monster move up. As you can see, everything in price action will revert to the EMA. Will revert to the EMA 20 on the daily. As you can see, price comes down, and then it comes all the way back up into that EMA 20, and it made over 100% move pre-market. As you can see, most of the big moves happened is that pre-market. And where did we bounce initially is on this, if you look on the 30-minute and the 15-minute, these are the areas for bounce ideas. This is why I love to tell people is wait for those pullbacks, and where did we bounce is right up in here and made a 46%. These are the areas you accumulate, and if you look at the 1 hour chart, we are seeing a switch in pattern here. This EMA 200 is still at the bottom, and the 4 hours way up in here. So this, in my opinion, a lot of people are telling me, should I get into this? I personally don't really like this one as much, as we already broke structure, and price action will usually, hey, we bounce in here, and then if we bounce here and come back to this area, to me, it's very bearish as it wants to make a newer low. So I know, again, there's a lot of talk about that. I just want to go into that one. Next stock is CTM. CTM has this next pattern that we see a lot of times, is big move up. Retail traders get into on this big move up, and they get shorted down. As you can see, it just keeps coming down and down and down. But the one thing that I will show you is where are you bouncing? The 50 and the 200 on the 15-minute chart. As you can see, this makes you, nice little return to go break even. But the most highest value that we're on right now is that 200. And you can clearly see CTM is a pretty good play, just like HKD is, that you're right here on a solid uptrend on these EMAs, and that 200 should act as strong support. All right. And you're also seeing that 4 hour trying to curl to the bottom. CTM, one of the best plays, I think, in my opinion, for an uptrend type of play for a pullback. Same with HKD. WTO or YDKG, I want to talk about this one. This was one of my most favorite for a trend reversal against the trend. As you can see with my strategy, price will always revert to the mean. So when people tell me like, oh, do you think it's going to revert to the mean? What do you think about this? Price always reverts to the mean, guys. No matter what, price will come back to this EMA 5. And when you see a bunch of consolidation, is trying to find this rectangle. You see a bunch of consolidation like this. This is very bullish as buyers are coming into this EMA 5. A lot of people in the Discord made tons of money in here to this. But the only thing I would be cautious is, it's been under 10 cents for a while. They're going to release a reverse split news. I would say get in and out to this EMA 5. That was over 50% return. Get in, get out, play another trade. Same example with WTO. People ask me, what do I think about WTO? Same pattern as YDKG, but the only thing is you have this monster gap. This is why I like YDKG better, because when you have a monster gap like this, indicators lag. if you have your chart set up like this, you have to understand the band strategy. When something just immediately goes down like this, 88%, it does not mean you buy. It goes down and down and down and down. So I use the rule called time distance, where you avoid a falling knife. If you see a gap like this, you need to wait over 10 days at least, especially since it's a China stock. And as you can see, what happened, we had this one day here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right down in this area here, you could start accumulating, and then you can see the monster move up. You got up in here, 42% from the low. Not my favorite. Like I said, YDKG is a little better, in my opinion. I don't like the big gaps down, but there could be a little reversal here if you waited. Just remember, guys, use the time distance strategy. Don't get in on any big drop. Every price will touch this EMA 5, will touch the EMA 10, as that's a guarantee, but you want to wait the time distance, okay? Another big stock a lot of people want to talk about is MSAI. This is starting to form a solid uptrend. As you can see, price hits the upper band, pulls back to the EMA 50, and goes all the way back up to this upper band. And what do we learn, guys? We will not buy what? The upper band. We will not buy. It's been back-tested, proven that no matter what the company is, big caps or small caps, that the algos will not be sustained here. If you're buying here, you're essentially gambling, or you should just day trade only. So, as you can see, I would like for a pullback back into these EMAs, and I could use a higher time frame to see, okay, what's going on with the 15, 30 minute. You can see EMA 200 is at the bottom, EMA 200 is at the bottom on the 30 minute. Every time frame looks extremely bullish, and you can see on the 4-hour time frame, where do you initially get that thing? I tell everyone, I love the 200. Once you see that cross there, where did the big move take off? Right out in there. All right, guys, so keep this one on your watch list. Where would I look to enter? Well, if I was going to look to enter based on this daily, I would look for a pullback at, a little more towards that EMA 5, or I would use the 1-hour chart and be like, okay, yeah, I would like to see, I could take some accumulations here. You can see when it touched this EMA 50, that's a really great idea on a higher time frame. And as you can see, it bounced up. But since it already bounced up in there, you might have missed it. I would be looking for that EMA 200 or the daily EMA 5. All right, that's where I would be looking for that. MSAI, excellent stock, should keep making an uptrend. Really good company. Now, INTS. Let's look at some things that went up big. Now, INTS had their cancer stuff, right? Everyone was overhyped about it. Everyone was getting in. Once again, guys, what did my system do? I don't care how good the news is. I don't care how freaking hyped the company is or how hyped people are on Reddit. This is unsustainable. I will not buy INTS here. If I do, it's gambling. Sure, I might make some money, but as you can see, the bulls get wrecked here. Let the smart bulls getting in right in here where I said with MSAI, a potential area here. What is the 1 hour showing me? Well, we're starting to see that 1 hour EMA 50 acting as what? Support. Is anyone surprised? I am not surprised at all that that is acting as support. Now, as you can see, we had this move up. Take some profit there. If it breaks this 50, your next target is there, but you should already made money here and make sure you go break even if it breaks this level. I personally think this is a very nice company with a solid uptrend coming into this area. Just watch your key levels. Where is massive support? 64 cents here where we break out, retest here. I would be watching that 64 cents area along with the 15 minutes showing a monster area there. Everything looks really good as a buy literally right now. And if it breaks that, I would say, stop down in here and wait for that EMA 200 on the 1 hour. INTS is a really good company. Good job. Now, let's go to a reverse a company called GETY. Did anyone get trapped in this one? As you can see, same pattern, right? Upper band, boom, back down, right? Big hammer, big bearish candle. So what do you see on this one? It was just a freaking terrible thing, right? It pumps everyone up. You look at the 1 hour chart, hits this upper band on the 1 hour. We know that's unsustainable. Let all the new bulls come in, and then they get wrecked, and they baggled, and they complain, and they wonder, like, why the frick is that happening? I will show you guys how to do the band strategy properly with time distance and all that. Later in this video, join the Discord. I'll have all that in there. But as you can see, this one just did not perform well. As you can see, I don't like anything about it. It hit this upper band. It is a dud. Your stop loss should have been hit, and just move on from it. It had no volume, and then it randomly has volume. And this is what you call a pump and dump. All right. Now let's go to another stock, DVLT. As you can see, these are the patterns that I like to see. What do you think about DVLT? Big move up, pull back to the EMA 10, big move up, pull back to the EMAs now. So what do you see on this? DVLT is on this EMA 200, and why am I not surprised? We have a beautiful bounce rate up in here, pumping up 30%. This stock is one of my most favorites right now, coming up into this EMA 50. This stock could make a monster move up. Keep an eye on that daily EMA 50, which is one of my most valued things. Keep an eye on that 4-hour EMA 200 acting as support. This one's a really good one in my opinion. DVLT should make it higher high, okay? YYAI is my last stock to talk about. This one right here is kind of the example of YDKG and WTO. These are your downtrend stocks. What happens when a stock does not touch an EMA? It will revert back to the mean. I don't care what anyone says or how crappy the stock is. It will revert back to the mean. We are looking for a potential target on the EMA 5 and a potential target on the EMA 10. Those are your targets. If it doesn't touch that in a very long time, what happens is the algos push it up. The last time I played YYAI was down in here, and I made over 200% return. Now we're coming back into this oversold territory. We're kind of consolidating, and we're waiting for that big move up. We'll see. So this is my most oversold or best company right now to trade on a downtrend for a massive move up, YYAI. All right, guys, hope you guys found value in this video. I just want to go over these stocks real quick. I'll post the stocks in the description too if you want to just look at them, but you can watch this video again. If you guys want to join the Discord, click the link down below in YouTube comments below and in the description. It'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts, and it'll take you to this free chat landing page. As always, if you want to subscribe to one of the greatest communities with over 10,000 members in here, locked and loaded, doing this strategy and how we do not back hold, we wait for price to come to us using the band strategy, and this works with day trading or swing trading. You want to get more plays, there's anything that you can do. All right, hit the how to subscribe button and hit day trade alerts. You're going to be unlocked to one of the best, like I said, ever, servers that literally actually teaches you how to trade instead of just alerting you. I don't want anyone to just come in here and say, okay, I alert this stock, and you just get in randomly and you just do a market order and buy whenever. You want to know what happens with the bands. Anything with bands are going to cool off. You wait for bands to cool off. You wait for those higher value EMAs. You look at daily price action, where's your support zones. You will learn all this in this community, and guess what? For only 12 bucks a month, you get access to everything. My day trades, my swing trades, my educational videos, and more importantly, I go live every day on Twitch showing you exactly what I'm looking for in the setups I do. All right, guys, hit how to subscribe, hit day trade alerts, subscribe on your computer to avoid the iOS fee. It's actually cheaper if you do it on your computer. If you have an Android, you will have to use a computer or just do it through your phone's browser by not using the app, and just go through Google and subscribing if you only have a phone. All right, guys, I just want to go over these stocks. Let me know what's your favorite stock in the YouTube comments below. I'll do a more careful one-on-one video with that. But these are the companies that I'm looking at that are, I just wanted to do a recap that a lot of people are saying, what do you think about this, that? So I just wanted to include them all. So just let me know what you guys think, but this is how I like to trade it. It doesn't mean this is the only strategy to do, but I've been trading for over 10 years, and it's the only strategy that's made me consistently profitable because I never chase. Imagine if you chase a stock like GETY like this, and you didn't know these rules where you never buy up in here, and there's nothing about this that's showing uptrend. EMA 200 is showing at the upper band. It's at the top. If an EMA 200 is at the top, no, that is not an uptrend. And you need to wait for more than one candle to show you about uptrend. So you will know these rules where you would never even buy GETY to begin with. You have to wait a couple days to even think about it. So these are just kind of the rules you'll see and the patterns you'll see time and time again that will save you a buttload of money. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Give it a like, subscribe, comment. Talk to me, the best stock out of all these that I mentioned in the YouTube comments below. Join the Discord, 12 bucks a month. You can't beat that deal, and I'll see you guys there. Peace out.